Hey guys, it was good. Triple J Boxing here. Haven't made a video in a while, but I think it's the perfect time to make a video since a video has been leaked by your boy Ryan Garcia himself on his YouTube channel. Check it out, Ryan Garcia's YouTube channel. He just posted a leaked sparring session between Devin and Tank. We all know that Ryan Garcia, during the face-to-face meeting he had, I think when they first announced the fight a couple weeks ago. What was it? 2 weeks ago? I forget now. I lose track of time. But when they had that face-to-face altercation at an event behind the scenes, and Ryan told him to his face, Tank had you pretty much on Bambi legs. He had you rocked. You were out on your feet. He easily handled you in sparring. I know because I've seen it. And Devin's like, no, I fucked up. I fucked up Tank. Now we know that wasn't the case because Ryan leaked the footage, and Devin is he's getting beaten up, I would say. Now, there is one excuse you could say here, that was it. Devin was 17 and Tank was, I guess, in his 20s, right? I don't know exactly what age Tank was, but he was definitely more in his prime than Devin was, for sure. 17, you're definitely not, you're way too green to be in your prime, whereas Tank was pretty much, I wouldn't say Tank was in his prime yet, but he was getting there, right? I would say Tank's in his prime right now. But other than that, him being 17, he pretty much got destroyed in sparring. Um, and Haney and his father have been lying this whole time. And I remember they said they got paid because they won the sparring session. It couldn't have been this one. It just didn't look like, and people are saying that, oh, it was edited, or they're not showing the whole sparring footage, and this wasn't the case of the whole sparring. But to me, it looked like a solid, like the video's, what is it, almost 2 minutes long, I guess. Like Devin wasn't doing anything. Like it looked like he had no answer, and he was getting hit. He was getting bullied. That's how you could describe the video. He was getting bullied. It looked like a guy that was levels above the other guy, whereas Tank was levels above Devin Haney. So I don't want to hear any excuses other than Devin was 17. I'll give him that. That excuse is legit. But to say that, oh, let's see the full footage, oh, Devin didn't take a knee though, like Ryan. Like, I don't want to hear any of that because, um, first of all, Ryan they're taking a jab at Ryan for taking a knee and Devin didn't. First of all, one was sparring, one was a real fight. One was with 8-ounce gloves, no headgear. One was with 16-ounce gloves. So imagine if that was 8-ounce gloves, Devin would have gotten put out. And like I said, this is sparring too, so I don't know why people are making up all these excuses for Devin. It don't make sense to me. Like, your man Devin lied. His father lied. He did not do good in sparring against Tank. From what I've seen here, I don't think I need to see the full, whatever. Maybe it was a 12-minute sparring session. Like maybe it was 4 rounds they did, and they only showed 1 round here. I don't know, but I can't see how Devin could have been in control. Really, the fact that he was getting bullied to the point where it didn't look like he was on his Tank's level at all. But like I said, other than the fact that, yes, he was 17 at the time, I agree, you can use that excuse. But to make up other excuses like, oh, he didn't take a knee though, oh, they're not showing the full thing, Devin got the money though, so he must have won, oh, he didn't really get beaten that bad. Like, stop being in delusion here. He is 17, so I give him a pass for that. But the fact that you think, yes, Devin is a better fighter now, but so is Tank. So I don't know, man. if the fight's gonna happen, and like I said, I gotta respect Devin. He takes the fights. I'm not gonna lie. Even though I thought he lost to Lomachenko, he still took that fight. Even though he he went to Kambosos' homeland twice. I know Kambosos isn't really an elite fighter, even though he beat Tio. I don't consider Kambosos like the top level, like skill wise. I think he has that determination, the ferocity, like his nickname. But you got to give credit. Devin did go to Australia twice to do it, but I think that Devin, he is fighting the fights now. He's fighting Ryan now, so he is fighting the guys. And Tank, on the other hand, he hasn't fought a Lomachenko, but he did fight Ryan already. So I don't know. I think Tank has fought in good fighters. When you actually go back to his resume, he has beaten guys like Leo Santa Cruz. Pitbull was. Now we're finding out he was a really good fighter. Who's his name? Guy who just fought Thurman last. Kind of drawing a blank on him, but is it Josecito Lopez? No. Is it? No, I don't think so. I get confused. Him and that, hold on, guys. Let me look it up. But anyway, Tank, people criticize his resume, but his resume is actually not that bad when you think about it. Like, sure, the guys maybe didn't have that great of a name when he fought them, but we're finding out these guys were actually good fighters. As we can see, when he fought Pitbull Cruz, he ended up being a very good fighter, right? When he fought, Mario Barrios, he ended up being a really good fighter. Only lost to Keith Thurman. He gave Thurman a tough fight, even though he lost. I do criticize him for fighting Romero. I think that's just a garbage fight. But Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa past the prime. But still, if you look at Leo Santa Cruz, only had one loss. Mario Barrios undefeated. Isaac Cruz only one loss when he fought him. He's fighting guys that are great. So I can't really hate on his resume, to be honest, guys. But this video is more on the fact that people making just all these excuses for Devin. Maybe it's just the videos I'm watching. I don't know. I'm watching the Boxing Voice. It's called the Haney Voice, but good channel to go check it out, guys. I like the back and forth of all the people that call into the show. Yeah, guys. I know Devin has gotten better, but so has Tank. I just don't know how Devin's going to be able to deal with Tank. Like, Tank is that kind of guy. He's like Canelo in the sense that when Canelo was having a good run, he would lose rounds, but eventually he would get him out of there. But I think he's better than Canelo at the way he cuts off the ring, and I think Tank is more talented than Canelo. But I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for saying that, but I feel like he has more of that. I don't know. There's just something about Tank. I think Tank, the better comparison. I'm comparing Canelo because I feel like Canelo loses rounds, but eventually he would knock you out. He'd land that one shot and get you out of there. Like, Canelo's been, like, Caleb Plant's a good example. Billy Joe Saunders. They're having success, right? But eventually he's gonna get you. Maybe not as much lately, but I think a better comparison would be like Terrence Crawford. I think Tank Davis is like Terrence Crawford in the sense that, like, eventually he's gonna get you out of there. And we can hate on Tank all we want. I used to hate on Crawford. I used to think he was overrated. He was undisputed at 140. He beat Victor Postal. People were calling him number one pound for pound after he beat Victor Postal. I wasn't going on that bandwagon. I thought, why did they think this guy is the number one pound for pound guy? Just because he's undisputed at 140 against the best guy he beat at 140 was Victor Postal. It didn't make sense. And then he comes to welterweight, beats Amir Khan. People are saying he's the best there. I didn't get it. But eventually, I've gave in and I stopped being a hater of Crawford because if you look at Crawford, it don't matter who's in front of him. Sean Porter, Kell Brook, and they all have excuses every time. Oh, Sean Porter, he was on his way out. Oh, Kell Brook was damaged from the Gennady Golovkin fight and the Spence fight. There's always an excuse for Crawford when he wins. But the fact is, Crawford always knocked out the guy in front of him. I think he's on the longest knockout streak at the top level in boxing, to be honest, Crawford. And I think Tank is that guy as well. They're both like, you can't bet against these guys, man. That's why I stopped hating on Crawford, because like the guy, he gets the job done. He's not overrated anymore, in my opinion. I think I was a hater because people were crowning him before he had the achievements, but now he has all those achievements. I think when he beat Kell Brook, I was like, wow, okay, you got to start. I got to stop these excuses for every time Crawford wins. You got to give him his credit. Then he stops Sean Porter. No one's been able to do that. Then I picked him to knock out Spence, and I was right because I was finally on board and I predicted it right. And Tank's that kind of guy. You can't bet against Tank. If they fight, I got Tank winning against Haney. We'll see how he does against Ryan Garcia. That will be interesting because a lot of people hate on Garcia and they take credit away from Tank's win because they think that Ryan's just not that guy. And I think Ryan is a talented guy. Sure, you might not like him personally. Maybe you don't like his social media presence. It kind of can bug me at times too. The too much of the social media stuff, the flashy Gucci stuff, the flashy materialistic things. That stuff kind of bugs me. But inside the ring, he is a monster. And he has a good chance against Haney. But I just want to touch up on the sparring footage, you guys. Get back to the topic here. Let's face the facts, guys. He was getting bullied. He got dominated in sparring. It's just sparring. But don't try to make all these excuses for Devin and now saying, oh, but Tank don't want that real fight because Devin will outbox him now. It's like, sure, maybe he could outbox him. Yeah, we won't know until they fight, but I don't know, man. You can't bet against Tank. I'd have to favor him. And like I said, he was 17 in the sparring. That's the only thing you can really give an excuse for Devin. Other than that, I don't want to hear any of the delusion or show me the full sparring footage. We don't need to see really the whole sparring footage. That 2 minutes shows it all, in my opinion. Unless Tank totally gassed out, which I doubt he did. Tank's a monster. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Devin got tuned up in sparring, but it was a while ago. Now we know who was lying and who wasn't. And that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching, guys.